When the producers told me we were going to be reviewing a Mazda today, I had a vision of a little sports car with the roof turned down and the wind in the hair and the windy roads. But as it's a really cold day today here in Sweden, I'm really happy that it's this car, the Mazda CX-5. As you can see, the appearance of the front has changed a lot for the 2018 year. It's much more imposing. The lamps are now LED and they adapt to oncoming traffic. There's no more pressing a button on the floor or tweaking a twig with your hand. Behind the badge is a radar for the adaptive cruise control. Very Blade Runner this. Altogether, some nice cosmetic changes. One of the most important things for me when I'm choosing a car is the baggage space. This one has 560 litres, and although I'm never going to be carrying 560 packets of milk, I can easily get my dog in here and my daughter's bike when she gets a puncture. It's 100 litres less than the Tiguan, but it's perfectly adequate. As you can see, the seats fold down in sections, which is also a positive point. Of course, if you have a family, the back seat is also really important. The great thing about this car is that the back doors open to nearly 90 degrees to give you really good access. The sills go all the way down and cover the lip here, so your legs don't get dirty. Another really important thing for me, I'm only 184, but normally when I sit in a car my head hits the roof. In this one I've got plenty of room. All in all, a good back seat. Okay, that's enough talking about the outside. Let's take her for a drive and see how she performs. One of the coolest features with this car is that you can program the keys individually, so they adjust the seats for you. That's really, really handy if your wife is a foot shorter than you are. When you get inside this car, you get an immediate feeling of quality. You can see that they're aiming for that BMW kind of bracket there. The surfaces are leather. You can see the stitching. Kind of reminds me of my dad's old car from the 60s. There's even a kind of fake wood here on the panel. The instrumentation is clear and the ergonomics are good. Let's take a closer look at everything. The user interface has a 7-inch touch display which turns off when the car is in motion. Everything is controlled using this joystick in the center console. This is lifted directly from BMW. The instrumentation is in color, and one of the absolute best things about this car is the head-up display, which even displays the local speed limit. A car like this comes with all sorts of nooks and crannies in it for storage, and men always need a bottle of water and their warm beverage. You can put them right here. And there's even room for when you get a little bit peckish. So now we're out on the open road and, well, what do I think about this car? Well, I love the head-up display. It's the best thing. And here in Sweden, where we have a lot of speed limits, it's really nice to have the indicator showing what the local speed limit is. It's just changed up to 80 now, so I can press on the gas a little bit. The handling is, well, like all modern cars, it's really great. It doesn't have that wallowy feeling that the old Land Rover Discovery had, for example. The controls are easy to use, the steering is light but positive, The engine is really receptive to my foot. The sport mode, well, I was a little bit disappointed with that. I thought that the sport mode would make it into an MX-5, but it didn't. And the general impression is good. The seating position is comfortable. The visibility is good, even though the A-pillar here is quite thick. The motor is not turbocharged, it's naturally aspirated, as I'm told. But it responds really well, and we don't have anything like a turbo lag or anything like that to worry about. The gearbox is 6-speed, moves very fluidly. You can't notice the changes from one step to the next. And so generally a good driving experience. Okay, so now we're stuck in the traffic here in Lund, and that's a good opportunity to talk about the fuel consumption. Right now it's at 8.8 liters per 100 kilometers. That's pretty good for an SUV which has four-wheel drive. If I compare this to the Kia or the Honda, I think this is the better car. The ride is better, fuel consumption is better, and generally it fits me better. Now we're stopped again. Did I say everything or not?
Yeah.